Welcome to the Pulse with Peter B. I'm your host, Peter Biancamano. Let's get you to the pulse on everything you need to know. And it is not deja vu, folks. We are here at San Giuseppe. We were here only a few months ago. It was so good. We had to come back, of course. Located at 1320 Adams Street in the beautiful city of Hoboken, New Jersey, with all of their parking here, which is great. But today, we have an extremely special treat for you, and that is Bobby Fraz. He was on last week. He's making a return this week. He's soon going to have my job. But today, he might be embarrassed a little because he's actually going to try his hand at making one of San Giuseppe's famous pizzas. He's going to be joined by Giuseppe, the owner, who, of course, was on when we were here a few months ago. Let's go inside. Let's make fun of Bobby, and let's have some fun.
Thank you, Peter, and we're here at San Giuseppe, and I'm with the owner, Giuseppe, and he's going to show me how to make a pizza. Usually I critique pizzas, but I'm actually going to make a pizza. It's either going to be a colossal failure or it's going to be absolutely delicious. So Giuseppe, why don't you show me how it's done?
All right, let's get going. We're going to do a 12-inch pie?
Yes, 12-inch.
All right.
We don't want to go too big yet.
Not yet. He's just starting. Day one.
Exactly.
Let's put it in the flour.
All right.
Let's coat it, both sides.
Good
Perfect.
enough?
Yep.
Perfect. All right.
Put a little flour on your table.
Good.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Put your dough down.
All right.
Now you're going to start
The fingerprints?
fingerprints down.
All
Start
right.
opening the dough. You can go a little harder. Go into the middle, and then just start,
Really got to work this.
and then just start fanning it out.
All right.
There you go. A little bit more. There you go. Now you're going to flip it onto the other side. Do the same thing, but see, you have to make it even.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, you don't have to open yet. You're just gonna have to keep on going.
All right, going too early.
Going too
I'm
early.
excited, guys.
So
How we looking?
see,
Nice. All right.
do that. There
You
you
don't
go.
want to press too hard.
No. All right. So now one hand
Yep.
is gonna be your guider,
All right.
and the other hand you're gonna open the pizza. Okay. If it's getting stuck on you, it's okay.
No, it's all right. Cool. All right.
Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Doing it right?
You're going. Yeah. Keep on going.
All right, cool.
Keep on spinning. We'll be here for like another hour, so we'll just wait for Bobby to.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Thank God Peter is good at editing. You got it. Keep on going. Don't worry. Don't be shy. Don't worry. We're not selling this pizza. We're okay. We're okay. All right.
Talking it down already?
Yeah.
All right,
All
how
right.
we looking?
So we're gonna have to go a little bit
bigger?
a little bit
right.
bit bigger.
All right.
A little bit bigger. There you go. See, there you go. Now you're getting better.
All right. Now, it's important to know this dough is home prepped here in the kitchen before it even makes it to this point, right?
Yes. We make everything here. So
Amazing.
all right. Not too bad. Not too bad. So
Little extra pro tip. I get it. Not as fast as you get.
no. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to, work it what we have. Don't worry.
Come back next week, folks.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're gonna put flour on your shovel here. This is your 12-inch.
Right.
This is your 16-inch.
Right.
Obviously, thank God we didn't do a 16-inch.
We're sticking to 12.
Because we would have been here for weeks. So put it on your.
Just pull it over?
Yep, pull it over. You'll be fine. Perfect. Now, see, you're not at your 12, right?
Okay.
So you're gonna basically just start opening it yourself. So basically, just gonna exactly. You could, the dough is pretty. You could tease the dough a little bit.
Nah, I don't want to rip it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold my pizza.
All right.
It'll be a disaster for my first try.
So now let's put the sauce on.
All right. So for a 12-inch, we're going to do one ladle, right?
Yeah, go a little lighter than that.
A little lighter?
Yeah.
Right there?
A little lighter.
A little lighter?
Yeah, that's good.
Less than the ladle?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Right in the middle?
Yep.
All right. Then we're going to slowly spread it out. This is the fun part.
This is the easy part.
Exactly. How are we doing?
Perfect.
Nice. See that?
I hope people like my
Perfect.
sauce because that's a lot of sauce.
I like your sauce.
Yeah, there you go. So we're good. All right, there you go.
Good?
Perfect.
Cool.
Put the ladle back. Grab your mozzarella.
Oh, this is the fun part, the mozzarella. One hand.
One hand. You got it. There you go. There you go. Evenly. Perfect. Keep on going. Keep on spreading more.
More mozzarella.
Yeah, you're gonna have to coat it all.
Grab more.
Yeah.
All right. Extra cheese.
Yeah, of course. We make the mozzarella here, so extra cheese is not a bad thing.
Everything's fresh.
Perfect. I feel like a little pepperoni. You want to put a little pepperoni
Let's
on
do
there?
pepperoni. It's my favorite pizza topping.
There you go, pal.
All right. Now, how do we do the pepperonis? Even spread?
So what I
You
do
come
is I
around
do it in
from
a
the
circular
outside?
motion, and then I come inside.
All right, so we come around the outside.
Yep, I come on the right side, and like I think Bobby is paying for the pizza. Bobby, you could put a little bit more pepperoni.
I didn't bring
on.
my wallet.
I mean, does he think this pizza is for free? Because he's
Put the pepperonis back.
You're not paying for it. You can put a little extra. Don't worry. There you go. Don't be shy. There it is.
All right.
There you
all right.
go.
All right. And then come through
That's
the middle.
better. Yes. Perfect.
Let's go with a little. One more.
Now look at that. All right.
All right.
Now.
Now the
fun,
test.
The fun part.
Now the test comes. All right.
This is a little bit different than the oven you have at home.
Yes. This is handmade. Handmade.
So shake it a little. A little harder. Okay. Now you're
Now
good.
it's moving.
Yep.
So now we're ready.
Go towards the back.
Going in. Come high. Towards the back. You can give it a little wiggle.
Oh,
Now we're in.
perfect.
That's pro. That's pro level right there.
Need a job? You need a job?
All right. So how long do we wait?
It's usually, well, we put it in a cold area of the oven.
Right.
So
Okay.
we did that because, we want everyone to see you do it.
Right,
We don't want it to burn your pizza.
Right.
Um,
Extra
at-
crispy.
Extra crispy. There it should take about, I would say, like 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So then
Awesome.
you have your aluminum peel.
Right.
So this is going to check your pizza. Right?
Ultimate pizza tools.
Ultimate pizza tool.
Right. So now we're gonna check it.
You're going to check it.
So slide right under.
No.
Not yet.
So what you're going to do is you're going to just go to the side, lift it up.
Check that bottom.
There you go.
Looks nice and crisp.
Now you're going to move it to the left a little.
All right.
Now you're going to just go ahead a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Now you're going to drop it right there. But
Look at
now
those
gotta,
bubbles.
you definitely got to pay attention now because
Right.
we just moved it into a really hot
Right.
part
The
of
hot
the
part
oven.
of the oven?
Look at it, please. Okay, leave it a couple more minutes. Now, once the bottom is cooked, you're going to leave it on your peel.
Right.
And then you're just going to make the crust golden.
Okay.
That's all you're going to do.
All right. It's getting nice and crisp. That crisp crust.
And that's the way you like it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I stalk you on Instagram.
I love it. I love it. Bobby Fresh. Look at the bubbles over there. That's the best
All
part.
right, so now you're going to take it out.
Take the pizza out.
No, take it towards you. Bring it
Okay.
towards you.
All right.
Now, like what we spoke about, he wants the crust. Go ahead, don't be shy.
Okay.
He wants the crust all golden. So you
Right.
see the white part here?
Yep.
So you're gonna wanna see this is getting golden?
Right.
This is golden?
Yep.
So now you just wanna cook that part, that last part, and you're done.
So put it right in.
Put it right back, but now you're gonna leave the peel, remember? Because you cooked
Right,
the
right,
bottom.
right.
So now you don't wanna cook the bottom anymore.
You don't
just
want it
wanna
extra crispy.
You don't want it extra crispy.
Right. Right.
Now we got our little pizza tray here for you,
Oh, perfect.
and then you're gonna cut.
I'm gonna cut.
Yeah, watch your fingers.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, we don't wanna call you Bobby Nine Fingers. We just wanna, we like you the way you are.
All right. How's this look?
I think it looks good.
Ready to pull out?
Pull it out. Perfect.
There we go. All right. Slide it on over.
Put your peel
Oop, put it back.
up there.
There we go.
So on the 12-inch, I
Alright.
usually cut for 6 slices. So I go
Perfect.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect. Easy enough. All right. So come in here. Right across.
Yep. 1. Now you're gonna go as like if it was a slice, right?
Right. So right here.
Yep.
There's your 2.
And now you're gonna come from here
Right
and go
through.
across.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right.
Now you have to be the taster.
Oh, I get to taste it right out of the
You get to
oven.
taste
Oh
it
my
right
God,
out.
this is amazing. This is a dream come true, guys. Look at this nice slice. Look at the beautiful cheese pull on that. Look at that, baby. Nice pepperonis, beautiful sauce. Look at that, right there. Homemade pizza by me. Thank you.
It looks good.
All right, let's take a bite. That is red hot, but it's absolutely delicious.
What's your rating? It better be excellent.
I'm gonna give it an excellent. It's my pizza.
That's good.
With
It
your
better,
ingredients.
it better be an excellent.
That's an excellent, people. That's an excellent.
Am I allowed to try it?
Absolutely.
Let's try this.
Peter, come try it.
Let's try this. See what happens when you're not generous with the pepperoni? See? Now if I was
I
a
gotta
customer,
learn.
now if I was a customer, I'd call and yell at you. But you're
I would too.
You're
I want
all
more pepperoni. It's got that crisp crunch to it. I forgot to mention signature fold.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You did a really good job.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Look at this. Look at this praise. Absolutely amazing. Excellent pizza. It was so fun. Really enjoyed making this. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Maybe you hire me one day. We'll see.
Yeah.
I got some work to do. But this is a lot of fun. Making a pizza. San Giuseppe. Come check this place out. Excellent, excellent food. This is a blast.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it. Thanks, man.
Thank you. 1320 Adams Street. Come down to San Giuseppe's. You got to check this place out. Check out the pizza. Check out the food. It's absolutely phenomenal. And thanks again for this. I had
Cheers.
an absolute blast. Cheers. Go get yourself some pizza. And we'll be right back.
Today's Pulse with Peter B show is sponsored by Please Vote No, January 25th on the $241 million new Hoboken High School referendum. Stand up for our students. Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching The Pulse with Peter B. and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com.
Welcome back. I'm your host with the most for this segment, Josh Sotomayor Einstein, sitting in for that useless bum, Peter Biancamano. Today with me, I'm very honored to have 4th Ward Councilman Ramos. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Very, very good. I'm glad you could join us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Next time, bring the mutts, though.
Next time, we'll make sure that useless bum Biancamano brings some mutts.
Someone got to talk to him, please.
We definitely will. So right now, as viewers out there know, in TV lands and on the internet, Hoboken's going through a crazy referendum, debate time over the $241 million referendum on January 25th. Viewers probably know that you sent out a letter and that you took the vote no position. Mm-hmm. So why don't you inform everybody what brought you to that conclusion?
Well, I just thought that excluding everyone from the process, essentially, was a really a missed opportunity. And I know enough to know that I'm always not the smartest person in the room. And I think bringing more heads together could have come up with a more dynamic plan, one that everyone would have been in favor of. Because I'm in favor, trust me, of new facilities all over the city, whether it's a new park, especially new schools. As a teacher, a lifelong teacher myself, my sister's a teacher in the Hoboken Public Schools herself. So we definitely want to see the best for all of our students. But the approach that this took, really leaving the majority of the people out, especially tax-paying citizens of the city of Hoboken, I really felt that voice needed to be heard and try and bring more people to the table and trying to create a dynamic plan that we could all get around. So I think it's a worthwhile cause, and I think worthwhile is worth having a dialogue for and fighting for at the end of the day.
Well, if it's worthwhile doing right.
Correct.
And I don't think this Board of Ed has done a service either to the students or to the people of Hoboken. I mean, listen, I'm a renter, and I know that when my landlord's taxes go up, my rent goes up too. So I care about it being a good project where, the community's voice is allowed to be part of it, just like, a project that the city council would do.
Yeah, and I think it's going back to the input. I mean, we sent survey monkeys out for a swing set being put into a park. We really engage everyone and try and come up with the most dynamic plan possible for all the parks. And I think the last park that we did in Jefferson Street Park by the Boys and Girls Club, the parents literally picked the play equipment. And we had 3 public meetings that were part of that process where they were unsatisfied with the first two designs. Said, okay, this is what could fit in this park, and this is what you could do. And the parents it's their park. They designed it, they picked it, and we were just part of that process with them. And I think the same could be said here. I don't think we're looking to say this is the locker should go here or this should go there. But as far as what should go in the building, as far as classroom spaces, because this is my 24th year teaching in Patterson. I worked in a building built in the 1910s and a building built in the 2010s. And so I've seen the dynamics of where students could be served about being in a proper building, and also being in a proper building where now my classroom is literally the old home economics room that was built 10 years ago. Oh, wow. And I have a 3 dishwashers, 3 stoves, and cabinets all over my classroom. But it was converted because we were running out of space. And so it wasn't people for looking like down the road where our schools will be 10 years from now, instead of having like a makerspace possibly. It wasn't even thought of then. But so let's build our school properly for the next 10 years and see what actually go in there to create a dynamic educational opportunity for all of our kids.
Well, I think there's also a confusion in the boosters of this bad idea and the Board of Ed that, they have a facility that, we talk about $241 million, but the end bill will be $330 million. So that's how much it costs. If we have an amazing facility with an ice skating rink, another BOE pool, indoor basketball courts, covered tennis courts, and about half the facility is actually a sports facility, that somehow a new facility equals better educational pedagogy. And from what you're talking about, and from my experience in my family with my mother, who was a teacher in New York City in public education for over 30 years, it's not the facility. It's the methodology, it's the pedagogy, are the lessons getting in there? Are they speaking to the students where they're at?
Well, a lot goes into education. I mean, and I'm sitting right next to you. If you look at the school that I work in, I'm a failing teacher. But I guarantee you that you'd send your kids to my classroom, and I try and do a yeoman's job every single day. I try and engage my students every single day, but I'm sitting here as a failure teacher. So I think that you can't look at just test scores to try and create a whole narrative here. So I just want to put that out there for everyone. People say, hey, the test scores are this or test scores are that. There's a lot more that goes into educating a child. And it's the home dynamic. It's the school dynamic. It's are there books in the household? There's a lot of things that go into educating a child. So I just want to put out there for everyone. So I don't think a new school is a bad idea. I think the process was an extremely flawed process, and I think a school with the ice skating rink is that going to contribute to someone learning how to read, learning how to do arithmetic, learning how to do those other things, becoming an engineer? Is the ice hockey rink going to help? I'm a huge sports fanatic. I'm a sports fanatic. So I think sports and education do play a role with each other, but it shouldn't be the predominant driver for something. And that's when I think the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. So you bring the city council in. We were looking, a couple of years ago, we had a meeting to the multi-service center. And the multi-service center predominantly services the senior citizen population of our town. And the seniors in the building said, what's going to happen to us? Where are we going to go? So we looked at places where possibly we could do our senior services temporarily. The Elks Club, is that going to work? Another facility, is that going to work? And ultimately, nothing worked. So we put that plan on the back burner. 2 years later, we're ending up purchasing the Jubilee Center. So now that could temporarily house our seniors, where we could do something dynamic in the multi-service center. But the Board of Ed said, hey, we're doing this over here. We could say, okay, we could do these things in the multi-service center, and you could focus on academics in that building, and we could work on a community center in the multi-service center or along those lines. We have another piece of property on 13th and Adams Street. It's called the Flap, right by the Northwest Park. Maybe we could give that land to you. Maybe it's a $35 million school, goes there, and you have a school facing the park. There's various ideas that could have been explored if everyone is at the table.
Well, and I think that's the point that the spokesperson for the Vote No campaign, Jerome Abernathy, made on the show recently, where he's saying, the Vote No isn't against resources and potentially a new school for the children of Hoboken. It's against this project that involved no one. And recently, not just you that came out Vote No, but the Jersey Journal, in an official editorial, the stance of the newspaper itself, came out because the very same reasons that you're talking about, that things were done, behind closed doors without community input, and that $330 million is a lot of money to do without the community input.
And furthermore, the executive producer of this show was a former school board member. If he or I would have tried to come up with a plan like that, they would have buried us under the building with Jimmy Hoffa. So that part of the process is just totally mind-boggling to me, because I know that they would have held a lot of people in infamy and really went after them in a very, very difficult way. I mean, listen, politics in Hoboken, I'm involved in it my whole life, right? It's not for the faint of heart, to say the least. But I think for me anyway, I've always tried to, if I disagree with you, tomorrow's another day. and we can still go out for drinks. You and I disagreed on a number of issues, I'm sure, right?
Probably on the vast majority of them.
But if you want to go out for drinks, let's have a couple of drinks, and we can move past those things, right? We're still neighbors, we're still friends, and that's what makes Hoboken a dynamic community. And I think the biggest regret is the animosity that both sides have taken, and hopefully the tone of my letter tried to just say this is how I feel about it. But let's look at the facts and try and get together in a room and move forward a proper process. Because whatever it goes, if it passes on Tuesday, hopefully a dynamic building gets built and our students do benefit from this. But if it goes down on Tuesday, let's come up Wednesday. What's the plan?
Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board, and we're all stakeholders in trying to create something dynamic together. And let's move this process forward. I think the kids deserve it, and the city deserves it as well.
Oh, definitely. We definitely deserve a collaborative process. And I just want to thank you so much, Councilman, for joining us on
pleasure.
this episode and this segment of The Pulse. We'll be right back.
Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Files Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there. Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. Peter Biancamano back in the host chair, and what an honor it was to have Fourth Ward Councilman Ruben Ramos in our last segment. I've known Ruben for close to 20 years, and I'm jealous of Josh. The first time ever I'm going to say that Josh conducted that interview and not me. Although I believe he called me a bum twice in the last segment. And Josh, all I'm going to say is look in a mirror, and you can tell who the bum is between you and I. Anyway, joining us now every week here, Eric, I heard you smirking. That's okay. You can make fun of Josh too. Is our sports insider after going 4-2 in the wild card round last week, and that is Eric Cruz. Eric, how are you today, sir?
I'm good, man. Great first round. I mean, not for you though, but great
We're
first
not
round.
talking about the Dallas Cowboys today. We're going to keep talking about how Josh looks like a bum. Anyway, all right, Eric. Yes, we're skipping over to Dallas Cowboys. We are going to cover the two games on Sunday later today, or if you're watching this on Monday, sorry, or after Sunday. And the first matchup is, of course, the defending Super Bowl champions coming off a ginormous victory over the Philadelphia Eagles last week, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, facing a Rams team that handily defeated the Arizona Cardinals last week. Who do you like in this one?
I mean, everybody who's been watching the show, and you already know that I can't go against the GOAT, Tom Brady. It's just not a thing. You don't do that in the playoffs, like we all know. But just a few things about this game. It's not going to be an easy game for Tampa Bay. Earlier in the season, in Week 3, Tampa Bay actually lost to the Rams. It was in SoFi Stadium. Matthew Stafford had the advantage being at home. But the Rams have a great defense. They're loaded up front with Aaron Donald as the front. They got Von Miller. He made a couple of plays last week. And, with Jalen Ramsey in the back end, the Rams are a good football team, all right? But when you look at the team they're going against, Tampa Bay, I mean, they're the Super Bowl champions for a reason. Their defense is getting back. They're getting healthier. And, with Tom Brady, it doesn't look like he's missing a step, even though he's missing Godwin. He's missing Antonio Brown. He does get Leonard Fournette coming back for this game, but he didn't have him last week, and it just doesn't look like he's missing a beat. He actually just looks like he's getting better and better. So it's going to be hard for me to pick against Tampa Bay. That's where I'm going to go with them. But I'm not going to pick this saying that it's going to be a walkthrough like they almost had against the Eagles, or which they did have against the Eagles. But I do like the Rams. I'm just going to go with Tampa Bay at home to go to the NFC Conference Championship.
And making their return there. I think that'll be a huge disappointment if you're the LA Rams. I mean, this is the team that brought in all these big names in the offseason. Stafford, as you mentioned, Odell Beckham, and, oh my God, the defenders. I'm blanking right now on them. Darnold was there, but correct. Yeah. But I mean, he's the best outside defensive lineman probably in the league, correct?
Yeah, he's the defensive player of the year.
There you go. So you would agree that this would definitely be a disappointing season for the LA Rams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
please.
it's a disappointing year because you're loaded this year. You're right. They made these big acquisitions. They made the trade for Von Miller to bring some
Von
pass
Miller, I
rusher.
couldn't think of that one.
Right, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. You know, they already have Leonard
Right.
Floyd. So they have guys in place, and they're adding pieces. So, I mean, yeah, it'll be disappointing to be ousted in the divisional round. But you're going against Tampa. You understand who you're going against. That's an elite team they're going against. You know, elite run defense, I'm sorry. And, you know, and in the back end, again, they're getting healthier and they're making plays. So, yeah, it's a disappointment, but I mean, I can't just kill the Rams if it's a loss this weekend, you know?
Exactly. All right, let's move on to the second game on Sunday, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, they won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, playing the Buffalo Bills, who absolutely crushed the New England Patriots, their division rivals, which I think was a statement game where, you know, you had the Buffalo players before the game basically standing on their sideline and telling, you know, each other that their time is over.
Right.
I mean, they do feel as if their time is now. Is there a time now? Will they beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, Eric?
You know, to be honest, earlier in the year we did a division winner. We talked about, you know, who could be a Super Bowl contender, and it was the Bills. And who do they have to beat to get there? The Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
So yes, their time is right now. If you're going to prove that you're the best team in the AFC, which they are showing at this time because they are hot, they got to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think going into Arrowhead Stadium is not a problem. You know, you talk about a dome team going to KC or Green Bay. It's horrible. They're in Buffalo. They play in Buffalo. They just whooped the Patriots in Buffalo. So I don't think that taking their game on the road is a big issue. But it does come down to Josh Allen. You know, now every game that he moves forward, it's a bigger game for him. Last year, I mean, I'm sure if you follow sports, last year everybody remembers the picture of Stephon Diggs standing in Kansas City where the Chiefs won the game against Buffalo to go to the Super Bowl. And everybody's talking about, you know what? Stephon Diggs remembers, and this Bills team remembers how that felt. So I'm going to go with Buffalo just based off what they did against New England. The Kansas City Chiefs also have a tendency of giving up plays to these kind of teams. You know, their defense has come around, but, man, there's times where you see KC just week 17, they give up 30 points to the Bengals. A great offense, but, hey, you know, it could happen at any point. And with this Bills team, the way they're playing, the guys are just stepping up. I like Buffalo going to KC and taking this game.
You like Buffalo, okay? And this is a revenge for Buffalo
revenge
because
game, yes.
they did play each other 2 years ago, last year in the AFC Championship. So you know, Eric, it's so interesting because will you then say now Kansas City, of course, 2 years ago they won the Super Bowl. Last year they got crushed in the Super Bowl to Tampa, and now this year they're not even getting it out of the divisional round. Will you say that Kansas City is obviously on the decline then?
If they lose, well, it's tough because, you know, in the NFL, every year is different, you know. So that's why it's so impressive and it's glorified, to be honest with you, when teams go back to the Super Bowl. That's why Tom Brady is the GOAT, right? That's why these guys make a name. Going to the Super Bowl is not an easy thing. And to make it to the playoffs is not an easy thing. Just ask Joe Thomas, who's a Hall of Fame lineman for the Browns, you know. So I don't think that the team is on the decline. They do have to get healthier, and they do have to fix some things on defense moving forward. But on a decline, I wouldn't say so. I still expect the Kansas City Chiefs to come back next year. If they become eliminated this weekend, I expect them to come back next year fully loaded and ready to go. So
ready to go. And why not when you have the highest paid player in sports history, correct?
Absolutely. He's a great quarterback, man.
I mean, without a doubt. All right, Eric. So we'll see you again next week for the championship weekend. We're getting close to the big day, buddy.
Crazy, huh?
I know. I can't get enough of it, though, even though my Cowboys crapped the bed last week. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I was going to say something else, but why have our new wonderful videographer, have to bleep out my language? Eric Cruz, we'll see you next week, my man.
No problem, Pete. Gotcha.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. I'm Peter Biancamano. I hope you have a great week, everybody.